In Latin America, governments have historically been much more open about reports of so-called unidentified aerial phenomena. And as you're about to see, there's a heck of a lot to report.
UFO sightings have sparked curiosity and debate for decades. In recent years, official reports and testimonies have brought these mysterious encounters back into the spotlight. But what's the truth behind the sightings, and how much does the government really know? Join us as we delve into astonishing stories and official reports that might just change the way you see the skies. UFO over San Diego.
Mystery lights in the sky Monday night, seen across San Diego
they're just appearing.
and Tijuana that left everyone with the same question. What is that?
On Monday, June 27th, 2022, a strange set of lights appeared over San Diego and nearby areas, sparking widespread curiosity. Locals captured videos showing the lights hovering over the Pacific Ocean, leading many to question if these were signs of UFOs. Witnesses in Tijuana and Rosarito Beach in Mexico also reported seeing the lights, adding to the mystery as the sightings spanned a wide area. The lights remained visible for over an hour, much longer than the typical duration for flares, which some suggested as a possible explanation. The long visibility and lack of clear movement made the incident harder to explain, intensifying discussions and theories online.
What exactly were those strange lights seen off the coast by a number of CBS 8 viewers?
While authorities have not confirmed any official cause for the lights, this unexplained event continues to intrigue both San Diego locals and viewers worldwide. The Cache Landrum incident.
There's been a marked increase in the number of people who claim to have had contact with alien beings. Some of them tell disturbing stories of abuse and claim to have real physical scars from the close encounters they found terrifying.
The Cache Landrum UFO encounter took place on December 29, 1980 in East Texas. Betty Cache, Vicki Landrum, and Vicki's grandson Colby were driving home from a bingo night when they spotted a strange, bright light in the sky. At first, they thought it might be an airplane or a helicopter, but the light continued to move in ways that seemed unnatural. The bright object moved erratically, occasionally obscured by trees, and grew closer as they drove southward. Suddenly, the light intensified, filling the area around them with intense brightness and heat. Cache stopped the car to investigate the source, and this led to one of the most mysterious UFO cases in American history. The incident would ultimately leave all three with severe health issues and spark questions about possible government involvement. Encounter with the unknown object. Upon stopping, they noticed an enormous diamond-shaped object hovering just above the road. The craft emitted extreme heat, and powerful flames were visible at its base. It appeared metallic, dull silver in color, with blue lights positioned around its center. The object floated, silent and steady, producing a heat so intense that it softened parts of the car's dashboard. When Vicki placed her hand on the dashboard, she left an imprint, and as they exited the car, they felt the oppressive warmth even more directly. Betty, who ventured closest, later described it as feeling like she was burning from within. Terrified, she returned to the car, unable to touch the handle without using her coat. Despite their attempts to flee, the car wouldn't start, leaving them stranded under the blazing object for almost 20 minutes. Arrival of military helicopters. After hovering for some time, the object finally began to ascend. As it did, the three observed a swarm of military helicopters approaching. Vicki and Colby counted as many as 23 CH-47 Chinook helicopters surrounding and pursuing the UFO. This suggested that the military was either monitoring or involved with the strange craft. The helicopters maintained close formation around the object, guiding it southward until both disappeared into the night. Only after the object and helicopters were out of sight did their car regain power. Shocked and bewildered, they drove home, witnessing the helicopters and UFO disappear beyond the horizon, leaving them with numerous questions. Immediate health repercussions. Once home, the trio began experiencing serious symptoms. They reported dehydration, intense headaches, nausea, and skin reddening, similar to severe sunburn. Betty, who had been closest to the object, experienced more intense symptoms than the others. She developed large, painful blisters, and her hair started falling out in clumps. These symptoms mirrored those seen in radiation exposure, although the exact cause remained a mystery. Vicky and Colby, though slightly better off, also suffered discomfort and severe skin issues. Within days, Betty was admitted to the hospital as her health deteriorated. She was diagnosed with severe burns and swelling, conditions that continued to worsen in the following weeks. Medical diagnosis and radiation poisoning. Doctors treating Betty, Vicky, and Colby began to suspect that their injuries stemmed from exposure to high levels of ionizing radiation. This was suggested by a dermatologist who examined them, noting the blistering, hair loss, and other symptoms that aligned with radiation exposure. Their conditions were taken seriously, which led to an official investigation. Betty's health continued to decline, and in 1983 she was diagnosed with breast cancer, a condition that wasn't present prior to the incident. Vicky also suffered long-term health issues, including cataracts. These symptoms and diagnoses pointed to radiation as a likely cause, but there was no immediate explanation for how they had come into contact with such intense radiation levels in a remote area of Texas. Seeking accountability. As medical bills piled up and their health problems persisted, Betty and Vicky believed the government might be responsible. They reached out to various officials, including U.S. Senators Lloyd Bentsen and John Tower, who advised them to file a claim with the Judge Advocate General's office at Bergstrom Air Force Base. NASA also referred them to John Schuessler, an aerospace engineer with an interest in UFO phenomena. Schuessler began investigating their claims and accompanied them to the encounter site, where they reportedly found a scorched area on the road. This suggested something unusual had indeed taken place. However, weeks later, the area was reportedly altered, with new pavement covering the spot where they claimed to have seen the UFO. Eyewitness accounts and additional evidence. Schuessler's investigation revealed additional witnesses who reported seeing a UFO and the large number of military helicopters that night. Dayton police officer Lamar Walker and his wife, Marie, also claimed to have seen Chinook helicopters in the area. Although they did not witness the UFO directly, their account added weight to Betty and Vicky's claims of government involvement. Several witnesses mentioned a bright light or beam from the helicopters, suggesting a search or pursuit. This gathering of testimonies, along with the visible burn mark at the encounter site, strengthened the case for some extraordinary event occurring in Dayton, Texas. Military and government reactions. In April 1981, a Chinook helicopter landed in Dayton as part of a livestock show. Vicky and Colby, who were present, spoke to the pilot, who confirmed he'd previously been in the area for UFO-related activity, but later dismissed the relevance of their encounter, saying it was unrelated. Betty and Vicky eventually secured a meeting with officials at Bergstrom Air Force Base, but instead of receiving assistance, they faced aggressive questioning. The military denied any knowledge or involvement with a diamond-shaped object, claiming no helicopters were in the area on that night. Feeling they had no other choice, the two women filed a lawsuit against the U.S. government, aiming to seek answers and compensation. Legal battles and dismissal. The court case, launched in 1982, dragged on for over 4 years, with testimonies from various government agencies. Officials from NASA, the Army, and the Air Force all testified, denying any ongoing projects or operations that matched the description of the UFO. Ultimately, the judge dismissed the case due to a lack of concrete evidence linking the incident to any military activity. The decision left Betty, Vicky, and Colby without compensation or recognition for their injuries. Despite losing the lawsuit, the incident brought public attention, and they continued to share their story on various television programs and interviews, insisting on their account's authenticity. Debate and skepticism. Over the years, the Cash Landrum UFO incident has sparked considerable debate. Skeptics argue that the story might have been exaggerated or misinterpreted, possibly as a reaction to an unknown but explainable object or phenomena. UFO researchers, however, often regard the case as one of the most credible encounters due to the detailed accounts and physical evidence reported by the witnesses. Various theories have been proposed, ranging from secret military technology to extraterrestrial involvement, but none have been conclusively proven. Today, the Cash Landrum incident remains one of the most intriguing and controversial UFO cases in American history, continuing to fuel questions about government secrecy and the possibility of unexplained phenomena. Testimony of U.S. intelligence official David Grush. David Grush, a former U.S. intelligence official, made headlines in July 2023 when he testified before Congress under oath. His statements included claims that the U.S. government has been recovering extraterrestrial craft, some of which allegedly contain non-human biologics, or life forms. Grush's testimony drew significant attention due to his reputable background and the startling nature of his claims. He indicated that his statements were based on conversations with people directly involved in a secret government program. These revelations have raised widespread curiosity and speculation about whether extraterrestrial beings have visited Earth and if the government has been hiding this information from the public. Grush's testimony follows years of reports and leaked footage depicting unexplained aerial phenomena, which have since been investigated by various branches of the U.S. military. He is one of several military and intelligence personnel who have come forward with similar accounts, giving some credibility to claims that extraterrestrial encounters have occurred. Grush even mentioned that biologics were recovered along with the downed crafts, but did not specify further details regarding their origin or physical nature. He stated that they were not of human origin, according to assessments by experts with direct knowledge of the program. The implications of these statements are monumental if true. They suggest that humans are not alone in the universe, and that we may have been monitored or even visited by intelligent extraterrestrial life for years. Additionally, this testimony adds weight to the idea of a long-standing government cover-up, as Grush noted that data regarding these recoveries has been systematically kept from public knowledge. This revelation, if verified, challenges our understanding of our place in the cosmos and raises ethical questions about governmental transparency. The 2004 USS Nimitz Encounter. In late 2004, one of the most well-documented encounters with unexplained aerial phenomena occurred with a U.S. naval strike group led by the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz off the coast of Mexico. On November 10th, radar systems aboard the USS Princeton, another ship in the group, detected unusual objects in the sky. These objects, observed over several days, exhibited behaviors that defied conventional understanding of physics, such as rapidly descending from high altitudes to sea level within seconds and remaining stationary for hours. The anomaly led radar operators to initially suspect a malfunction in their newly upgraded radar system. However, upon recalibrating, the radar continued to detect the objects, confirming they were not mere glitches. On November 14th, 2 fighter jets were deployed to investigate these unidentified objects. Commander David Fravor and his wingman reported seeing a disturbance in the water that resembled something large moving just beneath the surface. Above the water was an oblong, tic-tac-shaped object with no visible means of propulsion, wings, or rotors. The object maneuvered in ways that modern technology cannot achieve, including rapid acceleration and sudden changes in direction. Fravor attempted to intercept the object, but it accelerated away at an unprecedented speed and disappeared. The incident became famous because it was captured on infrared cameras, and video footage from this encounter has been widely analyzed. The footage, combined with the accounts of multiple credible witnesses, has led many to believe this event was a genuine encounter with an unknown technology. The Pentagon later confirmed the authenticity of this footage, adding more intrigue and sparking public interest in the possibility of extraterrestrial technology. Unreleased footage and possible government cover-up. Following the Nimitz encounter, some witnesses claimed that all data related to the incident, including radar footage and recordings, was confiscated by 2 unidentified men who arrived by helicopter. These individuals reportedly collected all relevant data, erased certain files, and took the original tapes with them. The supposed cover-up has fueled theories that the U.S. government is actively suppressing evidence of extraterrestrial technology. Witnesses, including Commander Fravor, allege that they viewed a longer, higher quality version of the footage, but this has never been released to the public. This kind of behavior raises questions about what other information the government might be withholding regarding extraterrestrial encounters. If this footage exists, its release could provide substantial evidence of alien technology, helping to validate accounts like Grush's. Skeptics argue that the objects might be experimental aircraft or drones, but the rapid acceleration and anti-gravity-like movement observed seem too advanced even for classified technology. Furthermore, the accounts of multiple credible military personnel who observed these phenomena cannot be dismissed lightly, as their observations go beyond what known technology can achieve. The mystery surrounding this incident and the potential cover-up speaks to a broader issue: the public's right to know about significant discoveries that could impact humanity's understanding of the universe. Whether the government fears widespread panic or is simply keeping its technological advancements under wraps, many believe the truth about these sightings should be disclosed. Area 51 and the broader implications of extraterrestrial contact. Area 51, a highly classified U.S. military installation in Nevada, has long been at the center of speculation regarding extraterrestrial research and technology. Numerous rumors and accounts suggest that the government has been conducting research on alien technology within the confines of this secretive base. This theory gained traction with whistleblowers like Bob Lazar, who claimed to have worked on reverse engineering alien spacecraft at Area 51 in the 1980s. Though Lazar's claims have never been fully corroborated, they continue to intrigue the public and lend support to the idea of government cover-ups surrounding extraterrestrial technology. The Nimitz incident and Grush's testimony are often linked with Area 51, as they suggest a broader government initiative to conceal evidence of extraterrestrial life. The implications of such secrecy are profound. If extraterrestrial technology exists and has been studied for years, this could lead to significant advancements in human technology, particularly in areas like propulsion, energy, and materials science. However, keeping these advancements secret raises ethical concerns, as this technology could benefit society at large. The secrecy also suggests that extraterrestrial contact might not be a new phenomenon. Rather, it could have been happening for decades without the public's knowledge. These revelations also challenge the scientific community, as they raise questions about the very nature of reality and humanity's place in the universe. If these encounters are genuine, they suggest that extraterrestrial civilizations may be more advanced and have possibly been monitoring human activities. The psychological and cultural implications of these encounters are equally significant. Knowledge of extraterrestrial life could challenge religious beliefs, shift philosophical perspectives, and alter humanity's perception of its role in the cosmos. 2021 U.S. Intelligence Report on UAPs. In 2021, the U.S. Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, released a report that examined unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, observed over the past 2 decades, primarily through data collected by the U.S. Navy. The findings stirred a lot of public curiosity as they revealed the government's uncertainty about the origins and nature of these phenomena. Notably, the UAPs studied displayed highly unusual capabilities. For example, some could exceed the sound barrier without producing a sonic boom, move at astonishing speeds with no visible propulsion system, and exhibit agility that would typically damage any known aircraft. This report confirmed that these sightings were not just visual anomalies, but seemed to be physical objects, raising security and safety concerns for both airspace and national security. This uncertainty pushed Congress to hold hearings, seeking further explanations and clarity. The report concluded that, while there was no evidence that these UAPs were extraterrestrial, their characteristics and the lack of a clear explanation prompted further investigation. In a significant follow-up, a former U.S. intelligence official named David Grush testified in a 2023 congressional hearing. Grush claimed that the U.S. government had actively engaged with extraterrestrial entities, having supposedly recovered downed craft and even the remains of non-human pilots. He went even further by alleging the existence of alien species that were potentially hostile toward humans. Grush asserted that these incidents were not isolated, and he implied that the government had recovered non-human biologics from certain crashes. When asked to clarify, he reiterated that these were indeed non-human, and that other people within the program shared his perspective. His statement raised alarms, particularly his implication that this was an ongoing, multi-decade program designed to analyze and reverse engineer alien technology. Adding to the intrigue, Grush revealed that he knew of colleagues who had been harmed, either by encounters with these UAPs or as a result of interactions with government agencies supposedly involved in a cover-up. He suggested that those attempting to disclose information about UAPs faced serious retaliation, which only intensified the public's curiosity and concern over government transparency on this matter. When questioned further, Grush stated that he could not provide all details publicly due to legal restrictions. However, he offered to disclose additional information privately to Congress members, hinting that there might be even more unsettling secrets. He also claimed to have been informed about a crash retrieval and reverse engineering program aimed at understanding UAPs. This testimony aligned with long-standing conspiracy theories about the government's hidden interactions with extraterrestrial technology and beings. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. We will be back to you with another exciting video.